Hey y'all, it's your girl Ethereal Sorcerer 777 here, back with the ones and twos. I have another video for you, just a real quick, little something something. So, so far on my spiritual journey, um, more so within the last year or the last 6 months, last year you can call it 6 months to a year, right? I have been experiencing a couple of things on my journey. Now, one of the things that I have been experiencing is body twitching. And the body twitching is just random. But if you look it up in a spiritual context, knowing that you are an enlightened being, twin flame, star seeds, healers, shamans, mediums, psychics, clairvoyant, clairaudient, all of those special gifts that we have. Now, I realize this more so knowing that I am a twin flame, right? And spirit, like I said, will give you, and the universe will give you the information that they know you're going to pay attention to the most, right? The universe and source, they're always talking, and so is spirit. You just have to be in tune to listen and to see the messages as they come. Now, I'm going to give you guys an example. Sorry, got my coffee here, right? License plates. Spirit will give you information on license plates, right? Whether it's your synchronicities, it's your numbers you see on a regular basis. Once spirit realizes that you are starting to catch on to numbers and numerology and license plates, guess what they're going to start doing? They're going to start giving you numbers and your synchronicities that you need to be paying attention to, and that you need to be getting the information behind what those numbers represent more often on license plates, because they know they caught your attention with them once. So now, unbeknownst to you, as a daily thing that you probably will be doing or have been doing, is that unconsciously to you, you're going to start looking at license plates and don't even know why, because they realize that putting information on license plates is what's going to get your attention. That's one. Dreams. They know that you're very, I don't want to say into your dreams, but you're paying more attention to your dreams. Then they'll give you information in your dreams. Okay? If they know you like looking at the sky or the clouds or the trees, they'll give you information in those elements. Okay? Now, if you, like myself, I started paying more attention to my body twitches. And this wasn't saying that there was something wrong with me internally, which is crazy because I read about my past life yesterday, that in my past life, I was a bit of a hypochondriac, which means I was always trying to self-diagnose myself with some shit that wasn't really the case, which is crazy. Because every time there's a little tweak or hick going on with me, even now a little bit in this life until I started paying more attention, I was always trying to self-diagnose myself like that was the issue, like there's something going on. Okay? But what I realized is, I don't know if this is happening to others out there in the community or what have you, but what I realized is I'm starting to get body twitches. And body twitches is a spiritual sign of something. There's a meaning behind the body twitch. Whether it's your left foot, big toe, right foot, middle toe, the curve of your foot, your ankle, your knee twitching, your shoulder jumping, eye twitching. We are very well known to know, eye twitching. Like something's gonna come. Or if we get a sty on our eye, like, oh, well, somebody's pregnant, or that means that you denied someone pregnant whatever that they wanted. That was the tale behind that. But I don't think that's a tale. Because sometimes you may not know that this person is pregnant, neither they will know that they're pregnant, and then they ask for something and you be like, no. Then you get a sty in your eye because you refuse them whatever it is that they wanted. But they didn't know they was pregnant, neither did you, but that's neither here nor there. So I realized that my information started to come to me in body twitches, okay? um, body twitching, more so like my left shoulder, or it'll be the elbow that twitches, or the back of the arm that twitches, or it'll be the wrist, or it'll be certain fingers on either hand that will twitch. And every twitch, every finger, every ligament, every tendon, every vein, when it twitches, is energetically sending you a message. Okay? Now, the body twitches is basically energy and source and spirit energetically giving you future information to come. Okay? Keep your eyes out for that. Here's an interesting fact, right? I'm going to tell you how I was putting two and two together, but then I see it happening in my counterpart, and then something happened like 2 weeks later. Because if you look up certain sites and you look up body twitching and things like that, some sites will give you more than one definition for that. So you're going to have to tune into your intuition and talk to spirit and be like, okay, well, which one of these body twitching meanings correlates with the twitch. Because it could be your left shoulder twitching, and you would run into 3 different meanings for that left shoulder twitching. So you have to identify which meaning is which. Okay? So, when I saw my divine masculine about a month ago, okay, and he was in a group chat with his aunt, right? He was in a group chat with his aunt. The rain is coming down. He was in a group chat with his aunt, right? And the whole family as a whole. Well, I don't know how many of them were in this group chat. But it was a family group chat. So whoever is a part of this family that was in that group chat, it was a group chat conversation going back and forth about the aunt. Now the aunt, from what he then explained to me, she was sick. So he was like, I don't fucking understand how you're sick, and you want to travel, because the aunt was basically saying that she felt like she had COVID-19, like she had coronavirus. But she was still trying to move around and go visit the elderly in the family. And so he was kind of pissed off and was like, he's like, you know what? I'm just going to stop. So he was pissed off because he didn't understand in the aspects of, well, if you feel like you have coronavirus, why would you go around and still be traveling, to go see these individuals in the family, and you feel like you're sick? Stay your ass home, or stay in quarantine, stay by yourself until you feel like you no longer have it, or you feel better. Don't risk everybody else in the family if you feel like you have these symptoms. So I guess it was pissing him off, right? Crazy shit, you guys. I'm laying behind him, and I see that his left shoulder starts to twitch, right? The back of his left shoulder.